A little premature from Dustin there, but
Sometimes I suffer from premature welcome, so it happens. Good afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are, everyone. Um, I was trying to think of a word that would have rhymed with, or at least fit the same inflection, but welcome is what came out. So, that happens too when you're early. Good, welcome to all of you. Welcome to episode 29 of the Sunset over Vengalia. We are so glad you are here and that you haven't, just done away with me and my ridiculousness, because sometimes I I'm just me. So thank you. Welcome. We love you. I hope everyone has had a glorious week. And I hope that if you are in one of those places that is currently like 9,000 degrees, that you are maintaining your cool. You're able to not melt where you're at, um, because it is absolutely stupid hot in some places. So take care of yourselves. Make sure you're getting lots of water and staying cool. We are ready to. We have some sponsors that we want to talk about. So let's do that. Who is our first sponsor of the day?
Hello there.
yeah. Geez, what are you? Some kind of psycho killer sneaking up on me like that?
Oh, sorry. I'm just really excited. I've never played D&D before.
Me neither.
Wait, you all followed me home?
Well, yeah, duh.
Yeah, you said you wanted to play with me.
What?
D&D. We haven't played before, and, well, you said...
Okay, yeah, I said I could run a mini campaign, but I didn't mean, like, today.
Oh.
So, should I stay or should I go?
Fine, I guess I can just, whip it together. Come on in.
Yay!
Yay! Let's rock this town.
Can I be a teenage werewolf?
Ooh, what about Tarzan Boy?
And I can be a traveling man.
What? Let's just sit down, and then we can talk about the characters.
Sure. So, what sort of adventure will it be?
Ooh, a thriller?
Hey, pass the duchy.
What are you two... Never mind. And as for what adventure, here's the object of my desire.
What is it?
It's an adventure from day 20, which is perfect since we haven't decided what level to play. But I can start prepping it since the monsters, challenges, and other elements of the story automatically scale to match whatever tier of play we decide to do.
Wow. What a twist of fate. That does sound perfect.
Yep. So every breath you take, or anytime you open the door, the DCs and damage of the threats will be properly reflected in your level. That means we could even level up in the middle of the adventure, and it would be totally fine.
So you're saying this really could be a never-ending story?
Mr. Master of Puppets.
Oh, I think the term is Dungeon Master?
Sorry, time after time I just can't seem to get it right. Mr. Dungeon Daddy.
Yes?
Is there a hill?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there can be a hill.
Okay, I'm gonna be running up that hill.
Well, you'll need to finish your character sheet before you can do that. Oh, and if you want, Day 20's current D sale is for a cool monk subclass called the Way of the Hidden Realm.
I take it back. I want to be a psionic, Way of the Hidden Realm, white rabbit monk named Al.
I've heard stranger things.
Fails. I'm not sure if I'm cut out for life in Pennsylvania.
No. D sale. they roll a die to determine which one of their products gets a 20% discount for the month. You can pick up July's by using the link in chat, or by using the code The Hidden Realm, all caps, in the Day 20 Ko-Fi store.
Chat.
Oh crap! I broke the fourth wall.
It's okay. No hard feelings.
And scene.
Nailed it.
Thank you, Day 20, for the amazing sponsorship, and that sounds really cool. So check it out. Check out that. If you too want to be a white rabbit psionic way of the hidden butterfly monk, hidden realm monk. I closed the ad spot, so I just threw a word in there.
Hidden
it sounds like
Butterflies was more of a moment that you happened in college.
Oh yeah, the tattoo that's on the lower part. Never mind. We also once again are sponsored by Emberwind. We have level 1. I'm not looking. Level1gamers.com. Then we have Fernway Dice, our beautiful. Oh, I could just look down there at the bottom of our screen. TA Maps, Fernway Dice. Do not forget to check out those because all of them have some sort of discount or promotion offering going on where you can take advantage of beautiful projects, beautiful dice, beautiful dummy thick gelatinous cube mugs, all the things. So you can like outfit your entire family in nerd gear. And then also buy dice for them, and then have maps hanging on your walls while playing Emberwind games, or using the way of the Forbidden Monk. Just all the cool stuff, everything. I'm just words. Words.
You're doing great.
You're doing great. I believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
It all started poorly when I forgot that we had to be quiet while the transition screen, and it's just not. It's not recovered. So let's hope it gets better.
It's okay. Nothing you could do will make us go our separate ways.
Well, that's because everything she does is magic.
Yes.
I don't know.
The
Anyway,
joke
you know
continues.
what? They're not a
This episode
sponsor.
is brought to you by bad 80s songs.
How dare you? How dare?
First of all, there's an 80s song for every occasion, so jot that down. I think, it's just time. Let's just we're just gonna move forward, and we're gonna just continue telling. We're gonna move forward. Let's do that. Let's go on and light this candle. Get your drinks, get your snacks, get your comfy chair. Let's head to the sunset over Vengalia. The music. Did you start the music while I was just giving a little rant?
I started and then you riffed a lot, and I was debating on an 18 Candles joke, but then I was like, we're already halfway into the song, but now we've ruined it because now we've self-referenced it. We are on the metaverse.
We are such a
well-oiled machine.
This train is just powering through. It doesn't even matter. When last we left off, the heroes.
They jumped an octave, apparently.
Heroes! When last we left off, the heroes were engaged in combat with a freshly turned zombie and 2 giant zombies. What was first a battle of uncertainty quickly turned into a rout once Archie used slow on the undead horrors and they killed the first giant. Once the battle ended, they were able to see that the freshly turned zombie was indeed Magister Tessely Abelcrown Trim's wife. Pulling the locket and the brooch from the body, the heroes made her body as presentable as they could with their given circumstances and decided to place her body in the boathouse. Nemea rushing ahead to the boathouse with the body of Tessely on the back of one of the war horses that Rose had summoned. When she reached the boathouse, Nemea discovers another zombie that has been pinned under several boats that's fallen off the racks where they'd been hanging. Rather than let it become an issue or waiting for the party to arrive to decide what to do, Nemea quickly strikes out with her scimitar, killing it and covering it up. Although this was discovered shortly after by Vix as they arrived shortly behind Nemea. Once the rest of the party arrives, the body is discovered and it is found out to be Archie's father. Not having the time to take care of the bodies right now, the party decides to leave both Tessely and Archie's father in the boathouse while they make plans to deal with the problem in the lake. There's a couple of giant undead shark skeletons that are swimming around. They make a plan to summon the fish. Chorus decides he's going to do some fishing. Creates a giant fishing hook out of one of the giant zombies' leg bones and does a pretty immaculate job salvaging some of the gore from the zombies, and they try to lure the skeleton sharks to the top. Not being attracted to undead rotting flesh, however, I believe it was Edie who slices open her hand and sprinkles some fresh blood, which immediately draws the attention of these hunters. A battle quickly breaks out, with Chorus misty stepping to the back of one of the giant skeleton sharks. In a most metal fashion, battle ensues. Chorus, once again, nearly dies momentarily as the sharks just instantly regrets that decision of jumping on the back of a shark.
Witness me! Blah!
But the sharks are relatively quickly and easily defeated. One attempts to flee, but is held in place by Nemea's sentinel feet. A short but bloody battle leaves the party mostly spent. With their eyes directed towards the temple and the evil that lies within, that can assault their minds as they approach, the heroes realize they may need to come up with a new plan of attack against whatever is controlling this town. And that is where we pick up today. Nemea, you are hovering over the body of the giant skeleton shark. Chorus, you are in the water under her. Vix, Rose, Edie, and Archie all stand alongside the shore, catching their breath from the fight. Archie, overwhelmed by the loss of his father and mother within the past 24 hours, falls to his knees in shock. Now that the battle is over and he has time to think about what that means. Rose runs over to check on him to see if he might have been injured in the fight. As she's doing this, Nemea, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Their favourite saving throw.
Every time.
Why do I bother? Just
I probably need dice to play this game.
Probably.
No, this is a dice-free game. What are you doing?
That's Emberwind
Oh,
2.0.
my dice
They're
are-
removing the GMs first, and then they're going to remove the dice.
And pretty soon they're just going to remove the game, and it's just going to be sitting there with those. What did we pass around?
Yeah, the duchy. It's a mindfulness
The Duchess.
exercise.
Everybody's just playing D&D in their head.
that's a 6.
Hey! As you fly, you look over, and walking across the field towards you, you see an older copper-scaled dragonborn figure that you know very well. And you were so relieved that he's still alive after you buried him. You thought for sure that he was dead. You see Master Aradi approaching.
What?
And you instantly feel just this connection to him. And he's your friend, he's your mentor, your ally. My child, it is so good to see that you are doing what I knew you could do.
You're alive.
But of course,
I'm gonna fly over to him and just. How? Wait. How?
what do you mean, how? I take a deep breath every day when I wake up, and I continue that process through the day, and usually in the next morning it starts over, but what do you mean?
Oh, wait. When we came home from The island, you were dead. And I almost killed my friends because of it. We buried you.
Such a curious recollection of things. Are you well? Are you sick, perhaps?
Oh, maybe it's the sickness of the town.
Perhaps. Vix, he looks over at you and, my friend, it is good to see you are doing well. You are looking well fed, yes?
Can I detect alignment?
You can.
We can see him?
You all can see him, yes. As you reach out with your ability to detect alignment, it comes back lawful evil.
Nemea? Don't think that's him.
You are
What do you
charmed, by
mean?
the way, Nemea.
Nemea, that is not your Aradi. And Vix is just going to level a short bow at the Dragonborn.
Take it easy. I don't know why you would be spreading such lies about me. Of course I am Aradi.
Vix.
Who else would I be?
We buried
Write
Aradi.
down.
Nemea, we buried Aradi.
I do not know who you buried, but it was not me.
You're technically
I-
right,
I
it's not
don't know.
you.
I'm gonna stand in front of Master Aradi and open my wings, try and provide a bit of cover for him. Vix, lower your weapon.
Vix does, but they have this like look on their face of like, Nemea. Points the short bow kind of at the ground, still like ready, but not aiming it. Nemea, the magic is in your head, and you need to recognize that this is not who we buried.
Why is it that I finally get someone back that I've lost? And you want to take them away from me?
Yes, that is interesting. Why do you want to take away the compassion and love that she's received in her life?
Aradi, who did you give up in order to care for Nemea? Their name.
What do you mean?
She sent you letters. What's her name? And Vix, while they're saying this, is like looking guiltily at Nemea. Because Nemea doesn't know that Vix read the letters.
You would pry in my personal
That's
life
fair.
just to humiliate me in front of
It's a
my
simple question.
child?
You can prove that you're alive and that I'm being an asshole simply by saying one name.
My presence proves I'm alive. Your words prove you are an asshole.
No, your presence proves that you're using a glamour, and Vix shifts to look like Aradi. I can do it too. Now, say the name, or die.
And the voice changes in that moment, but the image maintains. You're not ready for me. Stand down, foolish one.
Vix is keeping the short bow ready, but is looking at Nemea like, come on, break out of this.
Watching you. All of you. You've disappointed me, honestly. I expected more from you. But,
Master,
yes, child.
I tried to put your teachings into practice. But if you weren't dead, then you left me, and I did the best I could.
Yes, my
It's not fair to say you're
I'm not disappointed in you as much as I am the entirety of you. I expected more from the first time I saw you. My mistress expected more from all of you.
Do I recognize
I
this voice?
suppose. Make I guess, an intelligence check just to see, like, if you recall. Or you can do
Okay.
history. You can do history.
I rolled pretty low. Matt has a theory. I don't know if can recognize the voice out of nowhere though. Oh, not bad. 12.
Something about it does jog your memory a little bit, but it's hard to place exactly what it is. But it is something that is in your not too distant past. I suppose another sacrifice will have to be made. What were you about to say, Course?
I think Chorus would have been getting out of the water while this was happening, and then trying to sneak around behind this guy.
I mean, you can make a stealth roll, but he's like directly like watching all of you, so you'd have to roll really high for him to not see you. But please go ahead.
Nope.
Oh.
Should have cast Pass Without a Trace. 10.
Okay. Yeah, he watches you get out of the water. He's not overly concerned by what you're doing. So you are free to move wherever you want. He's not immediately drawing, like, he's not tracking you or anything. He sees you and just disregards you almost immediately.
Yeah, I think Chorus would be circling around behind, like putting him between Vix and Chorus.
Taken 2 from you before. I think I'll take 2 again. Just to see if that spurs you on to something greater. Honestly, I expected so much more from you. And he walks over and, like, runs his finger, like the claw of his finger, which on the original Aradi would have been the key finger. It is just a claw, and just kind of like runs the hair back behind Rose, like, the hair behind Rose's ear, and then like puts his head on Archie. Yes, these two will do nicely, and they're just kind of frozen in place.
Can I take a shot?
Absolutely.
Vix, because I'm gonna spend a spell slot to get a use of my judgment back, and
Okay.
I'm going to put the judgment onto attack bonus. And Vix, as the tattoo comes across their eyes and like the little targeting rectangle over one eye, oh, piss off! You're not my father. Get that stupid, and fires a shot.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
I'm guessing that this creature is a fiend.
It is.
Okay, so I get my enhanced judgment. So that is a 25 to hit.
It hits.
9 piercing damage, although it's not magical.
Is this considered? It's non-magical. Okay.
Non-magical.
So the arrow hits. Just pulls it out, throws it to the ground.
Oh well, that's not good.
We've done this dance before. Kind of just like snaps, the neck a little bit, flexes. We can dance again if you'd like. We danced before once.
Could I use my movement to run in between Master Aradi and Vix again?
You can. Yeah,
Vix,
you're not in combat right now. This is just right now. You guys free movements for.
Yeah.
Vix lowers the bow again.
While Vix is...
Don't do that again, Vix.
Your head's not clear, Nemea.
How far away were you from him?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, like 40 feet. Vix doesn't want to get close.
Because his movement speed is 40 feet, he's
fuck.
right up on you. He grabs you and just throws you.
No, Vix!
Oh, piss off, all you strong people.
He's not trying to do
Nemea,
damage, so you're not taking any damage. It's literally just like throwing you around to show you that he can treat you like a rag doll.
Nemea, do you really think that this is how Master Aradi would treat us?
He shot me. You saw it.
You're not him! And Vic still looks like Aradi.
I mean, I didn't always agree with Master Aradi's lessons, but they did help me.
He's gonna walk over, Vix, and pick you back up, since you're the only one that's made any overt action against him. And he is going to do just slash you across the face with a claw. For now, just a single attack. He's not doing a multi-attack.
Vix has shifted their judgment to the AC one.
Sure. That's a 26 to hit.
Even if I crank it up, it'll still hit.
That is
Snap out of this.
10 points of slashing damage, and you are cursed.
Damn.
And as the claws drag across your face, the physical pain hurts, but immediately in your mind, you start envisioning the worst fears that Vix has.
Vic sees a small town on fire and just like winces and it's not real, just like you're not really Aradi.
You see this, right, Nemea?
So, Nemea, yes, once that happens, the spell does break. And you see the body of Aradi there, but you are no longer charmed by him. You now hear the difference in the voice.
Oh my god. Fucking magic! Can I tackle him?
You can try.
I rolled a 15 to hit, but because I'm not using a weapon, I don't know what my plus would be.
I would just say it's like an athletics, like a contested athletics thing. You're not...
contested. Okay.
So if you did a 15, add your athletics.
21.
Okay, he rolled an 11. So you tackle him, and he just lays there and just laughs in your face. Oh, she would just be so interested to find out how weak you truly are.
I am not weak.
Show me then. Show me your greatness. Oh, Queen of the Wind.
Punch him across the face.
He's not moving. Go ahead and just roll your damage and see here.
Strike.
It would just be
it'll be 4 bludgeoning.
Non-magical, correct?
Yeah, non-magical.
As you punch him, his face just moves with it, and he just grins and smiles right back at you. You don't even know your own true strength. Amusing. He grabs you and just tries to throw you off from the seated position. That is a 17.
Is this a contested strength check?
Yeah.
15 plus my strength modifier. 18.
Okay. So you resist. He tries to shove it. You like place your arms and like grip your claws into the dirt like next to his head. And don't move.
Who are you?
The image flickers for a moment and shifts to Magister Aron. Why, you're just a friend, somebody who's here to challenge you to be the best you. You would like to know, wouldn't you? And this time he is going to try to claw you. Just again, a single claw attack. And I'm going to throw my dice across the tray. That is not... Oh, that is going to hit. That's a 26 to hit.
No, it doesn't hit.
You almost got him.
Like, wait, what?
He was like, wait, how?
That is 10 points of slashing damage. You are also cursed.
Shit. Cool.
And then he struggles to try to get to his feet. What are the rest of you doing?
He's freaking the flip out. She's looking terrified.
Vix is gonna change back to their normal shape and just like touch Nemea's arm. As much as I appreciate the support, I think this is the time to retreat.
I need
He's
answers.
He's going to go ahead and walk over once again to Rose and
He
Archie.
walks towards them. Edie's going to cast Ellie's Earthen Grasp, and he needs to make a strength saving throw as a big hand comes out of the ground and grabs onto him. Don't touch my friends!
As you cast the spell, the hand reaches up, but it misses him. Like, it doesn't even come up directly under him. It comes up like 5 feet to the side of him. It can't find him.
I think
Could I make
seeing what he was. Go ahead.
Go ahead, course.
Okay.
Of course.
I was just say I think Chorus would be slowly, like, while all of that was happening, Chorus would have slowly moved towards Archie and Rose. Not like super close, but seeing that he was interested in them would have been like they're there and is like coiled like a snake. Like every muscle in his body is ready to leap into action if he needs to.
Okay. Vix, what were you doing?
watching the magic fail? Could I roll some sort of intelligence check to see if I know what this thing might be?
You can do an Arcana check.
Alrighty, I'm decent at those. 24.
With your knowing that it's a lawful evil, you have understood that it's some sort of fiend. You understand that there are a few creatures from the lower planes that can choose to just essentially ignore magic for the most part until it reaches a certain specific level. They also have the ability to take on shapes of other beings and walk amongst people undetected.
Limited magic immunity kind of trait.
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing we can do is going to face this thing. We need to... Like, Vix is, like, on panic mode and is, like, in the flight stage of fight or flight and is just trying to coax y'all into that, but is sort of frozen seeing y'all not react.
I'd hoped for more. Well, then the next time we meet, perhaps the sacrifice will be enough.
To what
spare
end?
your-
To what end were you hoping for more?
Well, I expected you to be stronger. I expected you to be a more, worrisome pest. When we first met, you were sticking your nose in where it didn't belong, and you drew the attention of my mistress, and I've been keeping an eye on you, and when I wasn't busy doing other things.
Strength is a means to an end, though. Surely you want more of an end than us killing you, if we were strong enough to do so. What do you want us strong for?
Why, chaos, of course. The time is coming, but you might be washed away by the flood. It will be what it will be. And he turns once more and starts to grab Archie and Rose.
As he does, Boris leaps at him as fast as he can. With Eulogy out, he would have already used Planar Warrior, so it would be all force magical damage.
Okay, and you have Planar Warrior still a bit left. I just wanted to
Yeah,
make sure
it's
you
just a
weren't.
bonus
Okay.
action. Yeah, it's not a.
Okay. So go ahead.
That is a 15 to hit.
15 just misses. So as you stab, he sidesteps. Really? You have a second attack, I assume?
Yeah. I think Horus will. Yeah, I guess turn around and hit him with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So another swing. If I can roll my dice. That is a 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Cool. And that is 8, 15 points of damage.
As you stab him, for a moment he looks at you almost with disdain, but then that look turns to a look of confusion as he looks down and realizes that the sword is embedded in his skin and that it's it actually, and then you see a flicker again of the image, and it drops the image of Magister Aron, and in its place momentarily is a tiger-like
Yes!
shape, and then it quickly reforms, and he shoves you off, holding his side, and it looks like your stab did more damage than it probably normally would have. I've seen enough, and he's gonna grab Archie and Rose and just disappear, leaving in its place a burning sigil, once again, that engulfs in flames and is just gone.
As Horus hits the ground, he would spring up as quick as he can and sprint at them as they disappeared. Just sort of fall to his knees. They're gone.
Nemea would have let out a scream and taken off at them as well.
You notice dropping to the ground is a statue of a wolf. And as they disappear, you look over and you see Thorn standing by the water disappear. But the statue is there, and if any of you have the ability to detect any kind of magic, you see that it's no longer emitting any kind of aura.
Vix just collapses, half in pain and half in relief. Would I have been able to see the flicker in the guys? Did we all see that?
Yeah, it was for a moment the whole disguise shifted.
Would I be able to know more clearly what it was
With
now?
your Arcana roll, that confirms your suspicions that it is a Rakshasa.
Rakshasa.
I mean, you were at the beach.
God. Bravo. That was fucking close. Is everyone
Horus
alright?
has his forehead to the ground, mumbling himself.
I'm gonna pick up the statue and then kneel down beside Horus. Are you okay?
Should have been faster. Ever faster. Punches the ground.
The ground takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
You managed to land a blow. You were faster
Never
than me.
matters.
Come on, get up. Edie, are you okay?
No.
I'm gonna run over to Edie. What's the matter? What happened?
It happened again. And you see Edie's eyes are welling up.
Edie, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna
Just
kill
engulf her in
that
a great big hug.
fucking tiger.
Yeah. Vix, how are you doing?
My face hurts. Wounded pride a bit, but
Do you need a hand with that?
do these wounds feel weird at all? You said I was cursed, but
Yeah. So you're right now. Your mind just keeps. You're able to focus, but then occasionally, like your mind flashes to just some nightmare, like worst case scenario of like every moment of your life, like your memories of things that have happened in your life. There's been some bad things, but some of them are now being tainted by this curse, and like, yes, they were bad, but in your mind now they are way worse.
Am I experiencing similar things? Was
You
I
are.
cursed as well? Did you say?
You sure are. Yep. I was just gonna say that. But yours is different. And you know how yours is different.
we should probably go back to the guard post and lick our wounds, so to speak.
Yeah.
He really got me,
We-
that son of a bitch.
Yeah, that hurt.
Before we go,
I'm
you
sorry,
stay
Vix.
here. I'm gonna get the thing from the bottom of the lake.
Oh, yes, right. If you want, Ishki is still protecting me a little bit. I can go down there with you if you need support.
I'll go.
If you don't come back, we're going in to get you.
It's fine.
Vic starts pulling out the helmet they found when they did the submersible the last time they went underwater, just to get that ready if it's needed.
Okay. Horus is getting. You're gonna go take the trident of water breathing to utilize that to go swimming.
Yep.
Okay. You get in the water, and the water itself. You've already been in the water before, but the water just the little bit you're trying to keep it out of your mouth as best you can, because it tastes foul. It tastes rotten. Um, it just it tastes evil. I mean, is best I can say. And as you're swimming, the darkness and murkiness again is unnatural compared to. So when you guys went under the sea off at the island, that was a different kind of death. This is more of concentrated, more intentional. That was just things being drained of life. This is intentionally being infected with something, and you feel that. And from your time earlier in the water, you feel it trying to seep into you. I need a con save.
Come on.
It's a 12.
Okay. As you swim, you're able to resist the effects as it tries to swim in. You keep going. You keep going. And you're swimming towards, you remember being said it was like the middle of the lake, and so you're aiming for it. You're able to breathe just fine because of the magic of the trident. You reach the bottom of the lake, and you were told it's giving off a glow, and you don't see anything that's giving off a glow. Go ahead and make a perception check. I will say at disadvantage.
Perception or investigation?
I'll let you do either one.
Okay.
You have 24 hours, right? So you can take as much time as you need.
That was a nat 20 on one of those. If it hadn't been a disadvantage, it's a 14 otherwise.
Still good enough. You look around, and you, as you're feeling through the mud and the muck, you find rocks and things like that. Nothing that jumps out at you. You find some maybe broken old weapons that have been, from battles past. But then you find something that fits kind of the description of this round object. You grab onto it, and it doesn't appear to be made of stone. It appears to be made of some other material. Probably what you were sent to look for. It does not have any kind of glow at all at this point. But you take it and you swim back to the top. Yes, go ahead.
While I'm swimming, I don't have like detect magic or anything, but you said no glow. Can I like check it out and see if it is anything?
You can make an Arcana check on it.
Arcana. I'm awful at that, so.
Or religion, actually. Make a religion check.
Okay. Doesn't actually matter, but oh no, that's in that one.
You are like, man, I don't even. Somebody threw a frisbee down here, and
Cool.
It's weird. It has no connection. Like, I was sent for an item, I got an item. I don't know.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing while Chorus is underwater?
I would have stood by the lake for a couple of minutes, just looking for any disturbances in the water. Then trusting Chorus and his ability. Super frustrated. Horrible images going through my head. I'm gonna go walk into the bazaar and just start looking for potions, anything that might be of interest or of use, something to help the people in the guards tower. Just
Go ahead
no,
and make an investigation check as you're walking around. Is anybody going to go with her?
Man, I want to help loot, but Vix would not want to. Vix was like kind of breathing out and grateful when Nemea left.
Okay. Edie, would you
Natural
be
20.
staying by the water? Natural 20? Okay. Well, then never mind. Edie can go with her still.
Just 1 second though, because where's Vix? Is Vix staying at the water's edge?
Vix is like at the water's edge as Nemea was keeping watch and was like half watching, but you could see their focus is kind of shifting in and out.
Yeah. I don't want to leave Nemea alone. You keep an eye out for Chorus. You yell out if anything happens.
I'll yell. I've got my spell. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out.
And I toddle after Nemea slowly.
Nemea, with that, so you're checking the market, like the bazaar area, as well as the guard post?
Yes, I'll make my way through.
Okay. So you kind of complete the circuit, going through the market, the bazaar itself. A lot of it does appear to have been trashed, either from people looting it early on in the time, or from monsters just walking around, or just from lack of care and thing of that nature. But with that investigation roll, you do find in the bazaar a potion of healing.
Thank you.
And then another one at the guard post. You also find 5 arrows that have been kept separate from just like the standard run-of-the-mill arrows that would be kept like for target practice or for just standard juice. These 5 have been specifically set apart, and they look slightly different than the others. They look just a little better made. And then with that, you also find more food, more supplies, things of that nature, but you also find a few bottles of water that are in like glass vials that appear just to be water, but they are kept separate again from standard water.
Cool. I'm going to take everything I can. So I'm going to put the the vials, the arrows, and the potions sort of in their own little thing, and then I'm going to start putting any food, water, just whatever else that I think is going to be useful for the guards tower.
About the time you get that done, you're searching with you and Edie. Chorus breaks the surface of the lake.
Hello, Chorus. You have a lovely swim.
Chorus just throws you the thing. Assuming it's not extremely heavy. Not gonna knock Vix over.
Ah!
Takes you out like a cannonball.
Just dusted.
So
Sorry.
Chorus just tosses the thing to Vix.
Vix, you get it in your hands. Also, no kind of glow or anything on it, but you may do a religion or arcana check.
I'll do Arcana. Not great. 14.
Okay. As you're looking it over, you see that there are traces of runes in there, but they're faded. It appears, at least right now, that there is no magical essence to this item. Whatever it is does not appear to, one, have anything to do with what's going on in the town. But two, whatever it was supposed to do does not appear to be any longer functioning in that capacity.
Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe you were right. It was wrong to trust in those visions straight away.
Classic fucking gods.
Bruno wouldn't lie to us. Oh, wait.
Nomera and Edie joined.
Oh, did you say
the
we
other
got
side.
back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys come back about
Okay.
the same time.
Ah, cool.
Well, at least we're alive. It's not like it cost us that much. We needed to clear out those shocks anyway. Does
What's Vix
anyone
doing with
May
that?
not have cost us a...
does anyone want to hold
Go
on
ahead,
to
Boris.
it?
Pop it in the bag of holding. We can deal with it later.
And I will say, for the sake of just knowing the size, and again, it's a different material. It's not made of stone, but it is about probably like 18 inches by 18 inches. Like it's a circular item about 18 inches, kind of about the size of like a large pizza-ish type thing.
Oh.
Pizza.
It's a big boy.
Vix will put that into the bag of holding. Yes, we can check it out more thoroughly later. Did y'all find anything? Vix doesn't say y'all. Did you all find anything?
Well, you did last week when
I
you
did.
read Shark. So.
Yeah. that was separate.
I found some vials and potions, and were the arrows in a quiver?
They were not. They were. I mean, yeah. I mean, so they keep their arrows like in a stand, like slot that has like arrow, 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 and they had a separate one that had these 5 arrows. in.
Ah. I would have just grabbed the arrows. I wouldn't have bothered looking for anything else. I also found these. They were on their own. They look better than the other arrows. I figured either Edie or Vix, even you guys use ranged. I just grabbed them. I don't know.
Well, it was good. They look well made. I don't want to necessarily take our time out here. Once we're back at the guard post, I can pull out the pearl and try and figure out what all this stuff is.
Yeah. I found more food and water. Should we just head back?
Unless you feel like pressing on, but that scrape hit me a little harder than I would have liked.
Yeah.
Go rest. Let's go rest and figure out what to do next.
We have news to deliver.
Yeah, about that. Are we taking her with us?
I don't. This area seems safe enough. I think we can probably leave him here.
Yeah.
Seeing her like that is not good for anyone.
Yeah, you're right. Right,
Better,
let's go.
better to let Trim decide when and how she wants to see things.
Nemea's already walked off.
So goodbye.
So you're leaving the bodies in the boathouse.
Yeah, we got that boat on top of them
Yeah.
to kind of shield them from obvious.
Perfect.
Yeah, knowing that she only died just now it's gonna kill Trim.
I wonder if that's best kept to ourselves.
It's a hard one.
The revelation of fact should be balm, not bane.
Yeah. You're right. Let's get these supplies back to the guard tower then.
Agreed.
You guys take the supplies back. Nothing disturbs you if you're looking at the Eye of Isle. From where you're at, there's nothing of any kind within 100 feet of you, and any undead. You reach the guard tower uneventfully. Did any of you pay any attention to how it was unlocked previously?
Vix probably
know
would have.
it.
Yeah, Vix probably would have noticed, but not carefully.
Okay. So you can either try to unlock it, or you can knock and wait for a response.
I'm fine
Knock.
knocking.
Or somebody can fly up to a window or whatever. Like you have options. It's not a as you knock,
Course
it
will
takes a moment. Of course knocks. As you guys wait, takes a few minutes, and then finally, Aramil slowly lumbers over to the door. Hey, you guys are back. It's good to see you. Where's Archie? And, your other one.
They didn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid we come bearing more than our fair share of bad news.
Is he one of them now?
No.
It's
Oh.
complicated.
Well, come on in. And he opens the door and lets you guys in, and closes and locks it up behind him. Trim looks up expectantly at you.
Vix looks at them and just, like, gives them this look that is not a good look.
She runs upstairs.
I should probably give her a moment.
Is there a bar here? Did we have?
I think we need this. And Edie is plonked herself on the center of the ground, and she pulls out a bottle and she lines up the glasses and she just starts pouring into each of the glasses.
Read my mind, Edie.
Edie, as you're pouring, one, you notice the bottle doesn't appear to get any more empty with every pour.
Oh,
2,
lead to
how
some
many
dark storylines.
Oh no.
how many
Yes.
glasses are you pouring?
6.
I need you to roll so hand a glass to somebody, roll a D100 with that glass.
Oh my god.
Before you roll, tell me who you're handing a glass to.
Okay.
Chorus would be first in line if that makes that decision easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
May be
Chorus is
right behind him.
first, and I rolled a 17,
Okay.
and then
Chorus.
oh yep.
The glass that she hands you is greenish, like the liquid inside, and it wobbles a little, kind of like a gelatin type substance.
It doesn't fold.
It is minty in flavor, like when you sniff, it smells a little like mint, and when you swallow it, are you chewing or are you swallowing?
Jelly shot.
Also, for the record, I will be making every single drink that we are talking about here in real life, because this is amazing.
Yes.
This is a horrifying question that should never be
think
asked when
he-
drinking.
He drinks it like a shot, and
Okay.
as it he realizes that it's not liquid really, he kind of chews swallows like.
So as you're doing that, it's kind of like getting to the bottom of like a boba tea, where you've got the pearls and like a little bit of liquid left, and it's not altogether unpleasant. There's some sourness, some sweetness, kind of mixed with the mint. But now, for the next 30 minutes, sour foods will taste sweet and sweet foods will taste sour.
Amazing.
I love that so much.
We've unlocked a very visceral response from Matt here too.
So background on me, I detest the texture of Jello. If any one of you MFers ever say, "Oh, here's a shot," and it's a Jello shot, I will spit it in your face. That is not gonna. It's not gonna go well for anyone. I hate that.
Write that down somewhere.
Oh, it's like the bottom of a boba tea made me imagine just the word.
Who gets the next drink? Nemea.
Nemea gets the next drink as I pour out another 84.
All right, Nemea, the drink that you are handed is reminiscent in some ways to the orc's blood. It is thick and red, but as you look into it, there are greenish swirls. And they almost look like serpents swimming around within there like this. They swirl around.
Ooh.
This looks similar to what a Bloody Mary might look like, as far as the thickness, the viscosity, but you have those little swirls. It is surprisingly good. There's a little bit of spice to it. And all of a sudden you feel like your skin tighten up, and your grayish color takes a little more rough appearance as stone skin covers the entirety of your body, giving you resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage for an hour.
That's amazing.
That's so cool.
This is
The
called the
second
Bloody
drink I
Medusa.
That's so
poured
cool.
was a different
Nice.
color. And she's gonna pour a third one.
Who's getting this one?
She's going to actually hand this one to. Yeah, Vix is next, and then the other two will be handed to whoever reaches out for them.
Okay, so let's go for Vix to
Vix,
start with. then.
87.
All right, Vix. This is slimy, green, and thick. Kind of like pancake syrup, but it's like a slimy green pancake syrup.
Worst nightmare for things.
But if
It
Vix
is.
doesn't like the look of it, I trade you.
I'm having a bad time. Vix is down to clown.
As you drink it,
Bottoms up.
it's very similar to licorice or absinthe.
Ooh.
Ugh.
And as you drink it, you start hearing the thoughts of the people around you.
Oh no.
You
Oh,
have
God.
telekinesis for the next 24 hours.
Oh.
However, you hear dissonant whispers from another being calling you to join their cult, and you take 2 points of psychic damage.
I was going to laugh so hard if that knocked me unconscious. I was going.
How many hit points do you have?
I'm okay. I was at 12, so I'm just down to
Okay,
10.
okay.
Let's go.
Jesus.
So yeah, you take 2 points of psychic damage, but you have the ability to use telekinesis for the next 24 hours.
Okay, telekinesis is moving objects with your mind, right?
All it says, but in exchange, I don't know, telekinesis, probably.
Yeah, if it's just telekinesis, yeah, that's just
Sorry,
moving
I'm
stuff
not-
with my mind.
I'm
It's
not,
okay.
I'm not Professor X, man.
It's
I just,
okay.
You know, just
Telepathic
Yeah,
is what you were think.
I'm pathetic, is what it is. I'm telepathetic. Okay. All right. Next one is.
I love you, Dustin.
So Aramel reached out. Oh, for pouring drinks, I'll take one.
So 39.
As Aramel pulls up his, it's black, with this, like, gray streaks just running through it, and he's like, "Huh." And he just throws it back. He needs to make a con save.
We're gonna kill this guy.
We're gonna kill our poor NPCs.
He just looks around. Fuck.
Excuse you?
Fuck. Fuck. And as he coughs, like, a feather pops out of his mouth. Fuck. 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 He is going to be repeating that word and that word only for the next 4 hours. And every time he coughs, feathers, little black feathers, come out of his mouth for the next 4 hours.
We are this dude's villain origin story.
I think we're the bad guys.
I think we're the bad guys. Are we the baddies?
The next class is already poured.
85?
85.
All that's left besides you at this point is Uajit, the dragonborn farmer. After seeing Aramil, he's a little hesitant. Kind of holds off for now. I'm not going to right now. Perhaps I just need to okay, fine. And he'll grab it. Like,
Please.
he doesn't want to be thought of as a you said an 84?
I can persuade him if you need me to.
Was it an 84 you said?
85.
Oh, 85. Okay.
A
So
different one.
as he picks it up, this is like bubbling a little bit on top, and it's brown with tiny golden flecks swirling throughout the glass. He tastes it and is like, it's like, oh, I've been licking coins. Oh, it's bad. And he sips again. It's not as bad. Sips again and keeps drinking. And finally he's like, oh, that's quite enjoyable. Huh. He is now says you feel lucky, so lucky in fact that any ability or action taken to gain money means you get a slightly increased income. You have a slightly higher chance of finding loot and items, which is really good for a guy, stuck inside, not going anywhere. But
We'll escort him
lucky.
around town.
That's right.
Edie pours herself a last glass. And that is a 4.
It is dark purple and glittery.
Pretty.
The perfect Edie drink.
Oh, it's so pretty.
As you drink it, it tastes really tasty. It reminds you of like tropical Feywild fruits that you've had. I do need
It's like home.
a con save from you, please.
Oh no.
Whoa.
con save.
Uh-huh.
I have advantage when against spells and other magical effects.
This is not a spell. I guess I'll allow it to be that, though. It's fine.
It would be a magical effect, though. Other
It
magical
would
effect.
be, yep.
Oh, I mean, I rolled the same thing anyway, so yeah.
Oh no.
18.
You succeed. So as you drink it, nothing negative happens. In fact, it's
Nice.
just this really wonderful. It almost brings this nostalgia and memories of home, like picking fruit and stuff with your family.
Nice. Something bad would definitely gonna happen if I... This one was just delicious.
Vix,
And again, the bottle has not lessened at all. There's no lesser amount of
Really?
alcohol.
Vix like tosses the
Oh,
little
we are keeping this.
glass, and it like hovers over their hand, and then like a delayed fall into their hand, and they like smile, and then the smile like quickly fades, remembering. That was, it was an interesting taste. I'm going to go check on Trim, if you don't mind. Vix
Is
goes
there like
upstairs.
a normal bottle of booze in this place?
Yeah, you guys can find a couple bottles of like
One that
of,
doesn't
like,
make
whiskey.
the DM have to reach the table every
Yeah.
time. For us.
Oh, y'all are drinking
guys-
again? Hold on.
You guys can find a couple like bottles of wine or whiskey that have been, you will say, from the guard tower in the inn. Like in your time that you'd been there, you were able to find most of the ale had been destroyed, but you found a couple bottles that were salvageable.
Nemeo, while Edie was passing out more drinks, Nemeo would have started to pull out Orvak's special herbs,
His
and then
herbalism
noticed the
kit.
changes. Yep. And then noticed the changes in her skin, and just sort of start like picking at it, like a scab almost.
And she hasn't even gotten to the herbs yet.
What? She'll like tap on herself and someone punch me.
Chorus Dexter. Just straight up.
What is your normal unarmed damage? Unarmed strike damage?
4 or 2. Sorry, yeah, 2.
So you take a single point of bludgeoning damage instead of 2. So it hits and you're like,
Amazing.
ah. And then you realize, oh, it's kind of like when I'm raging, like the amount of damage that, the pain that I feel versus like standard.
Oh my god. Do it again.
I think I'm good. Thanks for.
Yeah, of course, it was
Yeah,
similar to
nope.
punching like a boulder.
Yeah.
Vix, you head upstairs and you see Trim on the floor sobbing. And she has a knife out. And she's just crying with a knife, just holding it in front of her, just looking down at it. She's gone, isn't she?
I can't really pretend to know what you're feeling right now, but if you'd like someone to yell at, to blame, I'm happy to fulfill that role, if you need it.
The one to blame is in the temple.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Dorbeck. Fucking Dorbeck. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna kill that fucking gnome. And then she just takes the dagger and runs, and she like tries to go out the window on the top floor. You're gonna let her-
Please don't do that. And like Vix reaches out to like try and grab her.
Make a dex check to see if you are going to be quick enough to stop her.
If it's about being quick enough, could I argue for an initiative check? Because I'm real good at
Sure,
those.
absolutely. Go ahead.
You're probably gonna dust at me because I rolled well, but probably not well enough. Dirty 20.
She only rolled a 16.
Ah, I got her.
So you can make then like if you're gonna try to grapple her, go ahead and make like a grappling check.
Vix knows they're not very strong and just like interposes themselves in the way that they were going to run and just like, please don't do anything hasty.
What do I have left?
You have your life, which is not nothing.
It is nothing without her.
I know it feels that way right now, but I promise you it's not.
You don't understand what I've done.
Then tell me.
She was the only one who saw past what I'd done.
Help me to
The
understand.
only one. What's to understand? I'm not a good person. But she saw through that to who I am now. I'm selfish. I'm greedy. I'm despicable. I was gonna let you fight. I had that potion and I held on to it. And I was gonna keep holding on to it. And you guys were out fighting.
And then you didn't.
Because you were going to find her for me. It was selfish in motive.
You cared about someone.
And now that person is gone.
But their effect on you doesn't have to leave.
No one else will accept me the way she does. The way she did.
You don't know that.
I won't accept me.
That is your right. It could be very cathartic to hate yourself. And Vix is like wincing from like seeing memories that are being exaggerated from the curse. Sometimes we have to do bad things because we feel it's necessary. And I don't want you to do something you can't take back.
Why are you so fucking nice to me?
Because everyone fucking deserves it sometimes.
And in that moment, she just collapses into your arms, just weeping. Can't go on without her.
You can.
Can't.
I promise you can.
How do you know that? What makes you so sure?
You've gotten this far. The journey only ends if we let it.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
19.
The dagger falls from her fingers and clatters on the floor. Where do I even start? How do I rebuild my life that was only just getting started?
Vix takes out the brooch and puts it into the hand that dropped the knife. You start by remembering her.
She looks at it and rubs her thumb over it like a worry stone. She always loved this stupid brooch. Told her that green didn't even go with her skin tone. She just laughed at it. But she loved it. She wore it every day. And she wraps her hands around it and just kind of like holds on tight to it, like she's holding on to the memory.
No one's ever truly gone until their last secret is discovered. What she knew of you, as despicable as you think it was, she must have forgiven it. If you need anger to cling on to, if you need something that isn't happiness right now to keep you from dying, then live out of spite that she actually gave a shit and forgave you. Don't fucking waste that.
You're right. She wouldn't want me to give up.
These people are going to need someone to protect them. We have every reason to go into that temple and murder anything that stands. So you leave the killing to us. It's your turn to protect.
I can do that. I can do that.
Good. Vix pulls out the other things they grabbed. Um, the locket and the handkerchief.
She looks at the locket and opens it up and is stunned for a minute. I drew this. It's just a stupid little drawing. I was just sitting around one day and just doodling. She loved it. I had no idea that she closes it. I need some time, but thank you.
You're welcome. Vix also pulls out the 7 gold that they found on her. I don't know what funeral rites she wants, but hopefully these can help towards it. We left her body as best we could over by the boathouse. We can take you there once it's safe. Be the person she would have. Be the person that she saw in you. That's all that's left to do now.
Your detect alignment thing, how long does that active for?
It's only an active action. I have to do it to take the awareness. But I think Vix would be curious how this is hitting and would.
You actually sense a shift in alignment to more of a neutral, like a chaotic neutral, from her evil alignment that she had previously been.
Vix kind of gives her like an awkward like go get him champ hug and just sort of.
And it feels awkward, like, because, like, I'm not used to. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. I'll leave you to it. Let me know if there's anything I can do. And Vix just kind of briefly debates going back downstairs, but then goes up to the roof.
As Vix heads up to the roof, we are going to head to break. So come back in 10 minutes. We will pick this back up there and see where things are going to go. What's going to happen from this point on?
Whew.
Are we going to get into the herbalism kit, or are we going to just stick with the alcohol? We don't know.
We are.
So come back in 10 minutes and we will see you on the Flippy Flop. Hello there, we have returned. It's a masterpiece theater, where we sit around and read stories that are old. I don't remember what the show actually did. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a great break. Hope you feel refreshed and rejuvenated, recovering from some of that trauma. What trauma, you ask? Well, if you just came on during break, you might not know. So let's briefly recap. The heroes started today at the edge of the lake, having freshly defeated these skeleton sharks. They were set upon by someone resembling Aradi, who quickly charmed Nemea into believing that they were Aradi. Then they shifted into Magister Aron to show that, hey, we've danced before. Due to the ability to use magical damage, piercing damage, by Chorus, damage was done to the creature, allowing it to shift again, revealing it to be a Rakshasa. A devil of some power and some strength. Not named Tony the Tiger, but who then told them they were not strong enough, referred to Nemea as the Queen of the Winds, and said that his mistress would be most displeased at their progress. He then said maybe another sacrifice is required to inspire you to greater heights, and he grabbed Archie and Rose and disappeared with them, presumably dragging them to hell. The group made their way back to, or they searched. So Quarus went and found the item under the lake that appears to not be giving off any kind of magical emphasis at all at this point. Nemea and Edie went searching the bazaar and the southern guard post and found some arrows that looked a little better than the others, and some potions and some vials of water, as well as some more food and water supplies to be used just for the standard citizens. Once back at the guard house that they'd been staying at, the guard post, everyone started getting a little tipsy with Edie's magical alcohol bottle. Vix went upstairs to have a discussion with Trim, who had lost her wife and was dealing with the after effects of that. And after a very emotional conversation, Vix made their way to the roof with the items that had been found to try to identify them. While Vix was upstairs discussing with everyone, what were you guys doing? Oh, one more thing. Chorus, while Vix was doing that, I had you roll a con save, which you failed, and you now feel an itchy, scratchy cough in the back of your throat. But other than that,
He's got the fantasy Rona.
doing?
Chorus is killing
You
the
can't-
cough with alcohol.
You can't even escape it in the fantasy world, you guys. It's just so real. Yeah,
Haven't
what
had
were
it
you
in the
guys?
real world, so
You just jinxed yourself there, my guy.
yeah, right. Cross the fingers, we're good.
Edie's enjoying shots with Chorus.
Nemea, what are you doing?
Rolling up a
You're-
joint.
Okay. Nemea got into the herbs that she found from Ovak the Hunter, who had originally attempted to capture Vix, and had found some medicinal herbs that could be used to alter your state of awareness. And okay, she's rolling up a joint.
She's saying things. She doesn't want them.
Oh yes, because Vix and Nemea were both attacked by the Rakshasa, and as the claws struck, they were also cursed. So
Curses all around.
You get a curse, you get a curse.
curse. You get a Jeez.
It's just
Edie's just sitting here. What's going on?
this is
Yeah,
great.
I am smashing drinks, and as soon as I smell what Nemea is doing, like, ears perk up.
That stanky weed.
That dank turns around. What do you got?
I don't know, but I plan to enjoy it. You want some?
pass around.
Oh yeah.
Vix, as you are up on the roof, just identifying the items, what you have is two basic healing potions. You have 3 vials of holy water, which have, depending on their usage, can be single use or can contain multiple uses depending on their application. And then also the arrows are +1 arrows.
Nice. Is it 3 or 5? I thought there were 5 vials.
5 vials total. There's 3 water, 2 potions,
Oh.
and then 5 arrows.
Got it. Okay.
Oh. Okay, I read that down wrong.
I also wrote down 5 of holy water. Yeah, not the. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Vix is also going to cast Identify on themselves to see if they can try and like combine that with like how they're feeling, just figure out what this curse is and maybe how to end it.
So what would be inspiring? So how would Vix know that they're cursed?
Well, I guess Vix wouldn't know they're cursed until the Identify spell happens, but they're trying to figure out like why are my memories this. Like why can't I? Vix is used to being able to like occupy multiple personalities as part of just like a changeling being able to take on a persona.
Okay.
How is these thoughts so invasive right now?
So make a medicine or religion check, and I'll say with advantage using the Identify spell as your boost to give you that advantage.
Okay. Let me see the difference between those. Medicine or religion. I will be going religion. A dirty 20.
Okay. With the Identify spell assisting you, you do detect that these nightmares, these images, are not normal, and you do like kind of feel it centered around the gash from where the Rakshasa attacked you, and it does feel of a curse. Curses traditionally can be removed by the remove curse spell or through usage of holy water.
Do I get any sense that there is an additional effect to this curse besides just the imagery?
You know that most curses, as the fact that it's giving you nightmares while you're awake, you can only imagine what that would do to you while you're asleep, and your ability to rest could be greatly affected if you don't deal with this.
Okay, I can. It's only 3 vials.
But again, depending on your application, so like drinking some could be allowing others to use it as well.
Yeah, Vix is gonna try and like microdose holy water, like gonna try and like figure out like what is the minimum amount that they need in order to like get this stuff to quiet.
Okay. How much are you going to drink to start with?
Probably a quarter of the vial.
Okay.
And then they're just gonna sit there and like meditate, and part of this meditation, if anyone were to come up, it's like Vix is trying to focus so much on their inner world that they're letting their outer world kind of go, and so their skin and their face and their bones keep contorting into like these weird mirrors of like the nightmarish images that they're getting, and it's just they're so focused inwardly that they're like crackling and shifting in place.
As you drink and meditate, the nightmares seem to lighten, but they don't go away completely with a quarter of the vial.
Vic's gonna try another quarter.
As you're drinking the second quarter, yeah, it's gone completely. In fact, you feel it before you finish the second quarter, so you realize that maybe it was slightly less than that would be needed.
Okay.
And you are no longer cursed.
It's not burning. They're still alive. Everything's fine. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Everything's fine. Okay. Vix just stares out over the town for a little while before eventually heading back down.
As you go downstairs, you see Trim just kind of sitting at a desk up against the wall, and she appears to be writing something. And if you continue the rest of the way down, a smell fills the downstairs, and there's now like a little haze that's established itself against the ceiling.
Turn to the guard post into a hotbox, I see.
How strong is this stuff?
Has Nemea ever partaken before? I mean, I'm assuming she would have had to have at some point to know how to roll a joint. So
yeah.
So it's
been a while since she's. It's been a while since she's done.
It's affecting you, especially partnered with the alcohol. You are doing pretty good right now. Inhibitions are I would say very much lowered at this point.
Amazing.
Is that purple palm tree delight that I smell?
It's Northern Lights Cannabis Indica.
Makes all of your troubles go away.
The recap for this is just going to be ridiculous. Everybody got high. I was going to fight the boss, but then I got high.
I think
I was going to kick his lily ass, but then I got high.
While everyone else was blazing up, Chorus definitely was just finishing off whatever bottle he had and is on to the second one.
Fair enough.
And is just sort of humming to himself.
Vix is looking at the wasteland that they returned to. Well, I have some good lord. I have some good news to maybe settle things up. Although it seems you've already found excellent medication.
Hang on. Shush.
Swapsies!
I'm just gonna shove the half-smoked thing into Corx's hand while simultaneously snatching.
Can we make an opposed
and taking a
sleight of
heavy
hand?
swig.
Chorus would try to move the bottle out of the way.
Yeah, you guys can do an opposed sleight of hand.
Okay.
Amazing.
I'm so here for this. Okay. Ooh.
Although, hold on. How much alcohol have you had to drink already? You said you've already downed a full bottle.
Like half a bottle. Edie
Okay.
drank the other half.
Nemea, how many of your joints have you had?
Well, I only smoked half.
Depending on how
one.
strong it is, she would have rolled up a couple and maybe be on her second one.
Okay, I'll say it's still straight then. I'd say your reflexes are probably both equally relatively impaired.
I got a 19.
I got a 13.
Ah.
So as she switches, you're like, hold on, you pull back and you realize, oh damn, it's now the joint in your hand instead of the bottle. Pure precious.
Takes a hefty swig.
This feels more your speed. He hands him the joint and pulls out another bottle.
Hands Vix the joint.
Yeah.
Yep. Vix is like, well, when in... Sure. Takes a small puff. Nemea, by the way, if, were you feeling sort of off after whatever that thing was that attacked us hit you?
Now sort of half sprawled on the table, wings like draped over it like a tablecloth. Just like arms like this, like she's almost like hugging the table in a very relaxed kind of way. Sweetie, I think you know me enough by now. I'm always a little off.
Sweetie, okay. Sure. Here, I'm not telling you to stop drinking that. Just chase it with a little bit of this, about a third of the bottle, and hands Nemea one of the vials of holy water.
You know, sniff it.
Smells like water.
Doesn't smell boozy.
Doesn't smell of anything. If anything, it actually smells cleaner than anything else around here because of the decay and the rot. So it smells like, oh, almost like cilantro, you know, like that freshness.
This doesn't seem fun right now.
I promise it's going to give you a very... It's going to bring some clarity to sort of that unfettered wildness that's happening right now. Which I love, by the way. Good energy.
Then let me keep it. For a little bit longer. Just gonna push off the table and walk away.
Nah!
Still with the bottle in hand.
Vix just
Nemea,
like...
go ahead and make me a con save, by the way.
Ah, shit.
Vix just grabs the holy water vial and like stoppers it quick before it splashes anywhere.
15.
Okay. Edie and Chorus, go ahead and make me separate con saves as well. This is separate from your other issue, of course. This is just how inebriated or impaired are you now at this point?
What was a con save you say?
Yes, please.
9.
Perfect.
Oh, I got a 9 too.
Nice. You guys are. You
Swig
are pretty
after
far
swig,
gone at this
that's
point.
why.
You guys are pretty far gone at this point.
If anyone looks over, Edie has got about 6 cookies worth of crumbs up herself and all over her face.
Amazing.
Yes, munchies.
Chorus is just receding into the bottle and continuing to hum.
What is
On
Chorus
repeat.
humming? Is it Fantasy Method Man? Because
Yeah, it is. It's actually it's Eminem. He just is sitting there rapping to himself.
gotcha.
No.
Edie kind of sidles over to Chorus for a moment, like while he's drinking, and she kind of like holds her hand out for like a drink. Chorus.
Hmm.
I want you to teach me how you hurt that guy. I want to hurt him as much as he's hurt me.
Well, I took my sword. He pulls out his sword, and I flips it over, stabs it into the table, and as he does, a little bit of force damage blows out the table, like a hole in the table.
That was. You know what? This isn't even my in. I don't care. Go ahead. And Mel kind of just like. He was like, I don't even. Whatever.
Yeah, that. You have to show me how to do that. And
He's kind of
Edie
getting the secondary burn effects.
pulls her dagger out and stabs it into the table, but it doesn't even get into the wood and it just
Make
slides
a,
off.
make a strength check.
Ooh. Oh, 0, so it's 15.
Actually does stick in the table and actually buries itself like a quarter of the inch of the way into the wood.
Nice.
Stronger
Halfway
than I
there.
thought. Yeah, but I want to do that to his face.
Oh. Next time we see him, I'm sure you will.
I don't know if that's good enough. I think we need to go find him.
I've been trying to find some devils for a very long time. You can figure out how to get me there.
I'll figure it
I'll
out.
help you.
I'll figure it out. He's hurt too many
Chorus.
of my friends.
I know the feeling. Horace starts like waving his hand in front of his face, and you know that effect you get when you're drunk and your hand like stops, like it like you get like stop motion where his hand actually starts doing that as he sort of like pulls on that planar energy and just sort of like phases it a little bit.
Oh, so cool.
Nice.
Chorus is so cool.
Chorus, you're so cool.
It's the fantasy
stay-
version of Wonderwall.
If only he could stay. If only he could stay conscious.
He passes out.
Drops to 0 hit points.
Yeah.
I heal him.
He gets hit by a bottle and falls unconscious.
Oh no.
Well, as he waves his hand, he kind of looks at it. All this power and still not fast enough.
We'll get stronger. And faster.
Yes, we will.
We have to.
Of course, goes back to drinking.
Vix is looking at everyone that's not the three crazy people, and is like, before I indulge in my second puff before I pass, as is proper manners, is anyone here going to be the responsible party, or am I stuck with it because I had to go take care of things? It's just like looking at the assembled group of NPCs.
None of them are partaking. It's just you
Okay.
guys.
All right.
They are. I'm not saying they're not getting a contact high,
Yeah,
but they are not actively participating.
this whole room is blasted.
Yeah,
They're
we
kind of just like
hotboxed the room.
watching you guys. Yeah, they're kind of just like watching you guys, and like, but they're not actively working to get farther gone.
Ermel, Uajit, I'd ask that you please be our responsible chaperones for the evening. We clearly have some venting to do. And Vix is going to take another drag before offering it to Edie.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, man. And he pulls out his own bottle and drinks. He'll be responsible.
Oh, that perfect. That's on brand. Mm-hmm. The mayor, if you aren't too busy courting a table, could I speak with you? Or have you moved on to chairs? I'm a little confused on the...
I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel really good right now.
Good. I'm glad
Except
you...
for the,
Is it getting hot in here?
except for the flashes of nightmares that are still invading your thoughts.
Yeah. Except for those pesky...
Is it getting hot in here?
No, I think that's probably just you. No, it's hard to say. You're hot all the time, so...
You're speaking funny.
I'd like to think I always speak
I
funny.
think it's really hot in here.
We could try and find a less warm place.
Is there going to be more drink?
Well, you have the bottle,
And she'll
so I
kind of
think...
wince.
I think
She'll wince as a vision goes through.
you've got the bottle, so I think you're in charge of the amount of drink.
Yeah, but it's empty.
Ah, that would be a problem in multiple ways. Let's Vix looks around for another bottle.
Make a perception check.
12.
You look around, and the only thing you're finding now is Edie's other magical bottle.
Oh no.
The regular stuff appears to be gone.
Chorus does still have like half a bottle in front of him. He would not have drank the whole bottle at this point.
Nemea, if you're wincing, that can go away. You don't have to keep that. The visions, the intrusive thoughts, right? You can cure those if you'd like. I'd actually recommend it, considering if we're going to sleep, then it's only going to get worse.
Why didn't you start with that?
Okay. Here, and here's a fresh drink, and just offers her the rest of the holy water vial.
She shoots it like a shot.
Drink the holy water. It's warm and comforting. Not like the alcohol burn, but like a soothing warmth kind of just runs down. And then the wound where the Rakshasa had attacked you, it doesn't heal, but the angry burn from it fades away. And your mind and the images that you were seeing in your head clear and fade away.
Better, right? Now let's find some alcohol.
Yes! I can do it. Yeah, I can enjoy it properly now.
Precisely.
Not me legitimately tripping on my own words.
Nope. Nemea's just been practicing for this moment all day.
I have.
She woke up and just started drinking. It's just how the day starts. It's not water in her
Happens.
container.
I get it.
Sometimes. Some days be like that, yo.
All right. Was there anything more you guys wanted to do with the night? Are you guys planning on sleeping and taking a long rest?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Forrest is
Eventually.
already asleep at the bar.
Okay. Eventually, so Nemea, you got your curse lifted. Vix, you got your curse lifted. So both of you drunkenly pass out, maybe huddled up together. Edie, where are you falling asleep?
Next to Chorus. Wherever
both
he
you-
fell asleep, I would have just huddled up into him.
Oh, so Chorus like passes out face first into the bar, and you just kind of like curl up next to him and like just nuzzle. All of you
On the bar.
get a long rest. You recover your hit points, your spell slots, all of that.
Could I do
Chorus, go ahead.
Sorry, I want to do one bit of RP before the long rest, but we can finish the...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
Okay.
you are more than welcome to. We can go ahead and take your long rest as far as
Yep.
like you're pushing your buttons and stuff. But of course, Vix, go ahead.
At this point, I think Vix would actually be like properly intoxicated and high now that they can relax a little bit. That Nemea's uncursed, and I assume Nemea stays awake for a little while.
Yeah. He was still up not too much longer, but
So I mostly told the truth before. I'd like to rectify that because you offered an apology, and I was a dick and didn't accept it. Before, when Edie did the very cute thing of locking us in the room to sort of settle our differences, and then you did the thing of flying out, and I got my feelings hurt, and you offered your hand, and I was a dick and didn't take it.
Eh.
Well, whether or not, whatever, before when we were walking, that thing you said about me being productive, it hit a little harder and closer to home than I would have liked. So yes, while chasing after the zombies, I didn't want them to come back and bite us in the ass, but I also wanted to just make sure I could actually do something. So, won't run off ahead anymore. Do as I say, not as I do.
It almost seems to sober up for a moment as she processes what Vix is saying. I didn't mean for that to sting. That was just banter.
You also said, in banter, don't play a game you can't win. And I fucking suck at this.
Talking?
No, I'm great at the talking part. If you can't notice, I don't shut up. It's the
I've noticed.
part about... Oh, thank you. It's the part about being genuine with someone.
We've only known each other for a couple of weeks. You don't have to spill your deepest, darkest secrets to me.
We've learned some of yours, though, and that just feels terribly unfair.
Yeah, you wouldn't have found them out if other things hadn't have happened. That's not a side I wanted you to see.
Wanted it or not, Ishki forced your hand. She saw that those
Yeah.
secrets needed to come out, and they did. So, here we are, having to deal with it.
I have a lot to say on that.
You don't like the gods, do you?
It's not that I don't like them. I'm much on the same page as Chorus. I don't trust them.
Are you guys downstairs, like having this conversation where Chorus is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chorus in like a drunken thing, just fuck the gods. Falls back asleep.
Vix is just like, here, and drinks to that.
Caramel. Fuck.
You got him! You got him! He spit takes!
Fuck that.
Amazing.
God. Oh. Oh, that was so
Oh
good.
my god.
Amazing.
Nemea, I just, in an effort to fulfill my promise to you in being more honest from now on, you get one question, and I must answer it honestly and fully. No hidden poems or bullshit. But you have to ask it now. You can't wait until you have your right mind about you. Nope.
Why?
I've made the rules of the game, and you have to follow them. Because if we're going to play a game, we're at least going to play a game that I feel like I'm winning.
She'll look around the room for a couple of minutes. What's so important about the thing that you've been working on? That you risked your life to run back into the burning building for whatever? The thing you keep in the box. Why is that so important to you?
It is my legacy, and it is my sin. It is... I stole it. I stole it from people who trusted me. Because I didn't trust them. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. And it all gets back to that horrible little streak in me that says I'm not going to live up to the name. So I did it to prove it to myself that I could. That I could bring it back. It's been broken for a long time and I'm trying to fix it. But why is it so important? Because it quite literally means more than my life. It's far more valuable than anything I can do with one lifetime.
No. Nothing's worth more than your life, Vix.
If you say so.
You say I can't throw mine away a fight. You, and she'll boot Vix on the nose, don't get to throw your life away over a stupid hunk of metal.
It's more to that, more than that, to people I care very deeply about.
And what about the people that care about you?
We all have things we're not willing to lose.
So what happens if you've already lost it?
Are you going to steal it from me?
Is that another game I can play?
Please don't. I will get very mad.
I think I could handle you.
You don't want to play this little game with me.
Challenge accepted.
Can I try and sleight of hand something off of Nemea's pack right now?
Yes, but I will say it's at disadvantage
Oh,
because
yeah.
you are.
I already
you're
had 2
very
dice in hand.
Yep.
Wait, you're stealing from me?
Yup!
But Nemea, any perception that you do is also at disadvantage.
Oh no, okie dokie. Wait, what's my... I think I'm gonna plus...
You're gonna be so pissed. Why did my dice roll awesome when it's against the party?
Narratively, it's fantastic.
It would have been a dirty 20, but otherwise it's a 14.
Mine is a dirty 20.
A disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. 12 plus 8.
God damn it.
So Vix just snags, I think, the wand. Vix snags the wand of magic missiles, like, off of wherever Nemea has it tucked in, and just looks like...
Oh, that's strapped to my thigh.
You don't notice it.
Yep. Vix is like, sorry to get frisky, dear, and just, like, rolls it between their fingers.
Nemea, it takes you a moment to realize what Vix is holding in their hands, both due to the fact that you didn't feel it and your inebriated state. You're like, hey.
Oh, it's on.
Nemea, I promise you, you're not going to win that game. I grew up with... Oh, Lord. How many cousins? Ugh. Too many to frankly count, and they were all worse than the next. They hand the wand back to Nemea.
She'll take it. We're gonna keep playing this game. We have different abilities.
That we do.
So rather than upsetting Edie and us hurting each other's feelings, let's just support each other.
Yes, let's keep the game in good fun. I think we can work with that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Cottonmouth and Alcohol are catching up with me.
No, that's perfectly alright.
And she shoots up the stairs to the roof to hell.
All right. The rest of the night, unless there's anything else anybody wanted to do, the rest of the night passes. Probably won't remember much of it the next morning. Chorus, you do wake up. That itching, coughing is progressing a little bit. You still got a full rest, but you definitely are noticing you've got something going on that wasn't there before. You all
Are you
hung over a
feeling
little bit.
okay?
Oh. Yeah. Little too much to drink last night, I think. Be all right.
Okay. Edie's keeping an eye on you.
Edie, you can make a medicine check.
I feel like Chorus walks away and Edie says that out loud.
Yeah, she does say it out loud. Oh, that's 18.
The symptoms he's exhibiting are very similar to that of the survivors here.
Edie doesn't say anything because she just squints further, and she's just gonna leave it at this point. She's
Vix wakes up,
Uh,
feels the splitting headache, and immediately pops a dose of bitter root to try and soothe that down a little bit.
Which it does.
Once Vix wakes up, Edie is kind of like standing half over the top of him, half not. Like, I need to talk to you.
Oh, okay. What about Edie?
Horace is sick.
Like the others?
The same, yeah, like the others. He's the only one that got in the water, right?
He is. Two of those vials were holy water, or 3 of the vials were. There's only 1 left, or 2 left. God, math is hard when your brain is in pieces. Do we remember if this disease read like a curse, or is this disease something else?
It did not read like a regular disease. It was not cured by like restoration spells. So
Okay.
it definitely is something more of a curse, yes.
Okay. Maybe we should try giving Chorus some. At the very least, it'll let us know if the holy water works. The holy water was able to cure whatever that Rakshasa did to us, me and the mayor.
What happened to you and Nemea? And Edie looks concerned.
Something about that damn fiendish tiger's talons. They left psychic wounds.
I hate him even more now.
He's rather despicable. But we know what he is, which will make killing him that much easier.
That sounds good.
His arrogance.
Alright, where's the holy water?
Vix pulls them out and tinks the little 2 vials together. We can try with 1 first. It might not need all of it, but this seems pretty bad, so I'd rather nip it in the bud if we can.
Yeah. Edie's just gonna stomp over to Chorus, grab a hold of his arm, and drag him over to where Vix is.
What?
Of course,
Come with me.
you've been summoned.
Chorus, are you resisting at all, Chorus?
No. Chorus is giving in at this point.
I like kind of like, I don't know. Wait, how tall are you? How tall is Chorus?
Like 6'2", I think.
Edie doesn't get anywhere near grabbing onto your shoulders to make you try and sit down, so she just kind of like pulls at your knees forward and like sits you down. Sit down. Don't go anywhere.
Am I in trouble?
Yes, you are.
No, you're not. That cough of yours.
What cough?
You do what cough? You were coughing
Yes.
all night.
Yeah, that's a 7 persuasion or deception. Yeah, deception.
I rolled an 11 insight, which is actually terrible for me. So
That's actually a pretty good roll for me on a deception roll.
I had a
course.
19 insight, so
As he said, what cough?
Of course, I'm not going to use the M word, but you really need to think about self-preservation at this moment in time.
drink whatever Vix is going to give you.
Yes, the Rakshasa that we fought yesterday. Its claws left some baggage behind, and this was able to cleanse it. So I'm wondering if this might do the same for the cough. If it does, I don't know if we have enough to cure everyone, but we at least have a path forward.
I would say you can deduce that it only takes about a third of a bottle to cure a curse.
Okay.
Remove a curse.
I wasn't sure if that was like a variable amount per, like, stronger curses took more or something like that.
Horace kind of looks around at everybody else. Give it to them first.
It's enough for everyone.
I'll give
Give it to them first. I'll drink it after.
I'll give them each a dose. I don't know if it's going to bring them back fully or if it's just going to be sort of a slow cure. Okay, but we need you in fighting spirit. We're already... Vix just ends the sentence and goes over to the other two. Okay. Well, I suppose whoever's headed longest, and looking at my notes, the H.E.R.O.E.
H.E.R.O.E sat at the longest, and then Leah. Everybody has it. Everybody from town has it.
Okay.
They're just the two worst off.
They were the two worst off? Okay. Vix is going to measure out, like very carefully measure out about a third, and then like sort of help, like ask Edie's help. Edie, can you help massage his throat to make sure that he's getting it all down? And we'll administer a third of a holy water vial to H.E.R.O.E.
You administer the third of the bottle. At first, you don't see any response, and then the breathing becomes a little more steady, a little less ragged. They don't wake up immediately, but they definitely seem to not be suffering as much, and it appears to have done its job.
All right, good sign. Vix will do the same for Leah, and then offer the last of the bottle.
Results.
Yeah, offers the last of the bottle to Chorus.
There's other people here, though, right? That
There's 3
I'll
others.
make more. I'll make more. It's fine. You drink this now. You're not getting up until you do. And Edie is standing over the top of you, giving you a glare of a lifetime. I cannot lose anyone else. Horace, you have to drink this now. For me.
fine.
My heart.
As soon as you finish it, within 30 seconds, you notice the itching and the coughing kind of clear up.
You.
The other bottle's enough for everyone here, theoretically, that hasn't already succumbed to it, but I'm wondering if we hold back just long enough. Let's not use it yet. No one's passing out from it. We're going to cure this. We just need to find more of this stuff.
And if we're gonna go to the temple,
Now. Find more in the temple.
Precisely.
There'll be more at the temple.
Assuming it's not corrupted
But
or
if we
anything
don't
like
come
that.
back, we don't come back. This is the only vial that they'll have. I think we need to give it to them now.
Yes, I say we leave it here, in their care. If things get bad, they can use it. And we've been, like, yeah, I guess the water in the lake was the only thing that really, that was the delta. So Vix is just gonna inform, like, Trim and Wadjet and Aramil that, like, don't drink the lake water. Like, that is probably where this is coming from.
Oh, that's good, because yeah, we were trying to, we only had so much water in the barrels, and so people, like, especially when this all started, that's where we drink from.
Yes, go out into the woods, do literally anything but drink from that lake. That is most likely the source of this. Should we head to the temple?
Yeah.
So going to the temple, where are you guys? How are you going to try to get there? Are you going back to the water? Are you going over the wall? Are you going up to the front door?
I think we should go back to the twins and have a look at that underwater.
We're not going in the water, Nemea.
We're definitely locking ourselves
can't-
into a circumstance there. I'm not saying it's the wrong move, it's just we could be sick if we do that.
Well, what if there's headspace? What if it's an underground tunnel that's only half full? And we can't exactly walk up to the front door without taking serious psychic damage, and I've had enough of that.
That's fair.
We won't know until we try. I, for one, am
We can.
all for storming the gates.
There's nothing that says we're committed to a course of action. We could walk up to the front gate. If it blasts us away, we retreat, right? And we rethink.
Yeah.
My worry with the lake is that once we get sick, we are dipping into reserves we don't have.
You saw how quickly it took over Leah. Started with just a small
Sorry?
cough.
Yeah, but
To be fair, you don't know how long Leah had been exposed to
Yeah.
it before she succumbed.
I know, but just from Edie's brain, when we got there, she was up, awake, and coughing, and then
Gotcha.
she was much sicker only in the short time that we've been here. So she's just putting
Gotcha.
that information together.
Thank you for clarifying.
if we have a look at the underground thingy, if it even exists, I don't know. And if that's not an option, then we find something else. Or if it is, it may only be temporary. If we're heading into the temple, we may find more.
We could try by boat, I suppose. Minimize contact with the water, search that way, see what it is.
Would DM, sorry, because I was flying over the water,
Mhm.
fighting the sharks, like water would have splashed and everything on me, correct?
Yes.
Is it?
Probably?
Would it be ingesting the water or just
It's
being in
safe
contact?
to. I mean, do a medical check, like a medicine
Okay.
check.
Happy to do that. Ew. 10. Oh my god, 14.
Yeah, it appears like, because everybody else is like, we never went swimming in it, and Chorus got some in his mouth and was like submerged in things of that nature underwater for a while. That yes, you would be able to extrapolate that ingesting the water is where the issue is, not so much letting it touch your skin, but getting it into your system.
Chorus actually breathed the water.
Yeah, breathe. He
into
full on.
Oh,
his
even
body.
worse.
Yeah. It touched
Which is
all of
actually
his
why-
insides.
Which is why it affected him so quickly.
Mm.
Cool. Okay.
So it is absolutely good that you gave him some holy water.
Do you want to
Uh,
just fly around that side and see if there's a cave, and then we know?
I mean, yeah, I can do that.
We can see from the twins, right?
Yes, we can watch from a distance. Sounds good to me.
Okay. So we'll go to the twins, and I'll do a fly around to look for any other secret tunnels, caves. See if I can't spot anything, any boats that have been hidden.
As you head to the twins to continue your investigation to see what kind of you're looking for like an entrance to that tunnel system from there. We are going to go ahead and wrap our session here today.
Ah!
To
Come on!
So that way we've got a good spot to pick up at next week for episode 30.
Oh man,
Damn.
big
Oh,
3-0.
Our show now is almost old enough to run for president.
Old.
It's getting there.
Our show is having its millennial
Already for
midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
So tune in next week. Same Vengalian time, same Vengalian channel for probably less alcohol and weed, but we don't know.
Who
don't know.
knows?
Chorus is making a Molotov cocktail. He's gonna burn this temple to the ground.
What's going on in that temple? It's the cult of Dionysus in there. We don't know.
So
Big old party.
thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate all of you. Make sure you stick around. We're going to do a raid after this so we can go show love to another stream. But make sure that you are being kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. And as always, are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Good night,
As always,
everybody.
yes.
Yes.
Bye,
Good night, everybody.
everybody.